Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome, busted. Son of a gun, god darn it, busted. What am I busted? Well, before I tell you what I got busted doing, I'm going to tell you today 3 ways to naturally boost your testosterone with completely legal household products that you did not even know about, right? So, how to boost testosterone. Now, busted. What happened? What happened? Well, I was busted creating a clickbait title because I didn't know what to call this stupid video. So busted. I didn't have a title, but I am going to tell you how to boost your testosterone. Very easy, very simply. Number one is vitamin D3. Are you consuming vitamin D3? Vitamin D3 is a hormone that has been shown to naturally boost testosterone levels, or really, a vitamin D deficiency will usually predicate a testosterone reduction. So, boosting your vitamin D3 levels optimally, or boosting your vitamin D levels, vitamin D3 is a supplement that I personally use, knowing this is not medical advice. I'm not telling you to do this. Your doctor will tell you what to do. I'm telling you what I do and what I see to work really, really, really well here. So, simply boosting your vitamin D levels will usually have a positive upward response on your total and free testosterones. Next, DHEA. DHEA is also a steroid hormone that will naturally help boost and reinforce your total, your free testosterone. This is a three-pronged attack here. And then we're going to touch on some lifestyle issues. So the DHEA has been shown to naturally boost testosterone, to allow your body to naturally produce testosterone, while also showing that a vitamin D deficiency has been shown to a decrease in testosterone. Not good. So vitamin D we boost, DHEA we boost, and pregnenolone. Pregnenolone will block cortisol, has been shown to block cortisol, also has been shown to help boost testosterone. DHEA and pregnenolone work very well. So they have a synergistic effect working together, making sure they're properly balanced. All of this is very easy to do. You can get all of this information very simply through a simple blood panel. You can get a simple blood panel done that tracks all of this for you, including your estrogen, your estradiol levels, making sure everything is optimal. Now, most of you right now who just heard that, you don't know what your DHE level, you don't know your pregnenolone level, you don't know your vitamin D level. You probably haven't had blood work done in a while, and you should go get it done. You should get it done simply. You should get it done quickly. You can get it done at a company that I use called letsgetchecked.com/Dolce. Use promo code Dolce to save 20 to 40% on your blood work. I get this done. It's awesome. I love it. It's the only brand I trust. Delivered to my door, 2-minute test, put it on my front porch. UPS takes it away, and I get my results in 3 to 5 days. It's awesome. With that, you can then go to the GNC, go to Amazon, get online, and consider picking up some pregnenolone, some DHEA, some vitamin D3. The company that I personally like, I have no affiliate relationship with, is called Jarrow. That's the one I personally find to be the best for me. Do your own research. High quality products, everything I need, super easy, discernible benefits. I get my blood work done all the time. I can usually tell what works, what's bunk, and I've always found Jarrow to be good. And get on top of it. Now, what are you doing lifestyle? So those are the 3 easy over-the-counter supplements, right? Busted. Uh-oh, I didn't have a topic for the video. But this actually was the topic for the video, how to naturally boost your testosterone levels. And also sleeping, going to bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. If you're not getting optimal sleep, you're not producing optimal testosterone, you're not building optimal muscle, you're not losing optimal body fat, you don't have optimal energy throughout your day. Everything I'm telling you right now is completely in your control, costs you nothing to do. Costs you nothing to do. You will see a dramatic boost into your entire lifestyle. Just get your ass to bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. And also give this video a thumbs up. Bang, 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 bang. I should see all thumbs up on this videos, because I'm going to answer your questions here in a few minutes too. And I mean, how lucky is that for you? How lucky to get your question answered. Why is the universe so big, Mike? Oh, I don't know. You're on the wrong channel. But I will tell you how to get fit, how to get lean, how to get strong, how to get energized, how to feel better, how to get your life in order, how to crush goals. I can teach you all that stuff all day long. The astrophysics stuff, I'm a little iffy on at the moment. So we get our sleep, we're training intensely, right? Intensely, multi-joint compound movements, intense training, brief periods of time, controlling your rest periods, resting 90 seconds between sets. 90 seconds between sets is more than enough rest period for the average person, right? Unless you're a higher level, I'd say an exit level intermediate into the advanced phases of training, you don't really need to be resting more than 90 seconds at a clip most of the time. You have a few cycles throughout the year, 3 weeks here, 6 weeks there, when you're bumping up your big 1RM lifts, right? But you're not really doing that year round. You're getting bigger, faster, stronger, leaner, more athletic, more mobile, more elastic, more output oriented. That's the way you want to be getting. Likely that's the way you're getting right now, but that's the way to actually boost testosterone. Remember how to boost testosterone legally, naturally, with what you can do in your own life, over the counter. USADA, well, actually that's not true. DHEA, I don't believe is USADA approved, nor pregnenolone right now. But for the rest of the folks, go to your Whole Food store and you can pick it up. Under your doctor's care, of course. So now we have the sleep 9 hours per night, in bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. How easy is this, right? Here's a pro tip. You got to wake up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I don't care what time. Go to bed 9 hours before you have to wake up. That gives you all the hanky-panky time. You only need 2 minutes anyway, but you get all your hanky-panky time, all your lurking on Instagram scrolling time, all your pretend to be super smart listening to YouTube speaker time, whatever, all that stuff I do too, because I'm talking about me just like you. You take, although I last longer than 2 minutes, I will tell you that, 3 minutes, but you take all that time that you waste away in life, and then you get to bed 7.5, 6.5 hours before you have to wake up, and you don't get ample sleep. Duh, stupid you, right? No one has ever been pissed at me or been pissed at all for saying, man, I went to bed too early last night. Oh, that sucked. No, it doesn't suck. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome. Go to bed 9 hours before you have to wake up, right? You have 15 other hours in your day to run around and be a dickhead. You don't need to be a dickhead for like at 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. because then you're just being a big dickhead at that period of time because you have to wake up and you're not going to be repaired. You're not going to be regenerated. You're not going to be restored. You're not going to be reinvigorated. You're just going to be blah, backwards you. So that's my little chant, my little rant, my little talk on this clickbaited title. How'd you like that thumbnail? What was I holding? Actually, I wrote on the photo, I wrote the word boner because I thought that would be funny. I don't know if you can see it here, but it didn't show up because of the shine. That's what I was trying to show the camera for those of you who care. Like I said, 13-year-old sense of humor, but we keep it funny with world-class health and fitness advice. What more could you want out of a channel? Now, I hope you all subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. You should click that notification button so you know when I do come on and go live. Definitely give this video bang a thumbs up because I can see it. And I know if there's awesome people out there, or kind of dickheads out there that are cheesing with the thumbs up, but that's okay because I'm going to answer your questions anyway. So I go through and I answer everyone's question completely free, completely live. I give you the same world-class information I would give my elite athletes. So why wouldn't you subscribe to the channel? So easy. Joe Blog says, Coach, I should have never doubted you. I always dismissed fasted lists as counterintuitive, but now I've actually tried doing it every morning because nothing else was working for me. Oh my God, the weight falls off. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. It's as if I am not a world-class weight management coach, highly in demand, highly paid by the world's greatest athletes and Hollywood celebrities to give them the exact same information I gave you. I'm so glad you had to foo-foo me until you finally went through every single dead end to realize that I am talking about the true and only way to long-term positive health and athletic outcomes. That's following this very simple, easy, effective program. It's so simple. Individuals, Joe, like you, people don't think it works because it's so simple. Well, this is the only way it works. It's the only way it works. And this is the way it works the best. Sean says, Mike loves the D, vitamin D. That is true, actually. I make sure I get I ingest the D twice per day, 5,000 IUs of the D twice per day, once with breakfast and once with dinner. Love the D, right? Christian Coburn, F you, Dolce, F you, Christian Scott. Hey, Mike, really appreciate all the amazing content you're uploading for free. Was wondering if you could go recommend some exercises to get in shape if you've been out of working out for a while. Well, Scott, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Of course, my goal is to provide as much content for you guys in every way and in any way that I can get it out to you. Free content like this which is awesome. We have over 1,200 free articles at our website, thedolcediet.com. We have 299 audio podcast episodes of the Mike Dolce Show podcast. My Instagram live is every single day, free Q&A and helpful functional posts. We have our Facebook pages and our Facebook recipe groups and shredded groups and other communities. So we put, and all that is free, by the way. We put out so much free content to answer individuals just like you. We also have products and services available. You can go to dolcedietshop.com if you want to do one-on-one consultations with me. I drop my prices to 30% roughly. So it's like a 70% price reduction because of what's going on. I'm happy to chat, work with our registered dietitians on consultations or 8-week meal plans. All of our books are priced from like $12. All of our books are 50% off right now, again, because we're really trying to put great content out there at affordable prices considering the economy. That's all Dolce Diet Shop. And then you can go to thedolcediet.com and start your own personalized 4 or 12-week online diet and exercise program, because your question is, what exercise program should you be following? What's out there? Well, I built it for you at thedolcediet.com, a 4-week and a 12-week personalized diet and exercise program that I built for you with my team of registered dietitians and exercise physiologists. We created this amazing program for you on one of these most sophisticated software platforms currently in use. Ours is the #1 rated online weight loss platform, which is awesome. So you can go there to thedolcediet.com, get started. It's like the GPS for your body, for your diet, for your exercise, for your lifestyle. Use my personal code SHREDDED and I'll give you 30% off if you do that today. Right there. How easy is that? And that's the way to do it. Now, there's other great, you want free stuff, man. Like I said, we got over 1,200 free articles at thedolcediet.com. Go there. These free 500 plus YouTube videos, all free. Many people need structure. You get to the point that you know what not to do. You kind of know what you should do, but then there's this paralysis by analysis, and you need the GPS. You need something structured. You need something that says, bang, 2 eggs, 2 whites, a 1/4 cup of avocado, whatever it might be, 1/2 cup of mixed berries, salted roasted cashews, bang, 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 bang throughout your day. Here's 200 additional recipes if you want to kind of plug in place and substitute based upon the meal plan we've personalized individually for you, and the workout program personalized individually for you. So that's all. So those that need the more structure, that's there also, which teaches a lifelong routine. That's really what it is. So the dolcediet.com's online weight loss plans are simply Trojan horses to teach you how to live long, healthy, highly athletic lives. So we use the short-term dramatic, lose 21 pounds in 21 days on 3 weeks to shredded, transform, recomposition your body on living lean, completely change your physique in a very short period of time, eating real foods all day long, feeling fucking amazing. I can't believe this works. We teach you over the 4 or 12 weeks how to do that. We give you all these other great recipes that you can start adding and replacing, substituting, so then you can live your life and always make goals and gains. It just becomes the lifestyle. That's what we call living lean. That's the whole concept of our living lean, living book and programs and whatnot. So again, to answer your question, that's there for you. I really want to share that. I see some boner laughs now. Scott answered. So Mike says, thumbs up, coach. What do you normally recommend for seasoning, steaks, and veggies? Just S&P, do spices? Yeah, just S&P. Do spices affect nutrition? I'm at the point in my nutrition lifestyle, I don't like spices. I don't like anything. I really do appreciate, I enjoy the natural flavor of food. Most people can't taste the natural flavor of food because you're so over saturated with flavor additives, so much higher on the scale, right, on the Richter scale of invasion to your I should actually do a comprehensive video on taste. But when you add all the spices and the seasonings, you can't recognize real food for a while. And I've gone through this for sure. So I will sometimes add like a little splash of Bragg's quick liquid aminos onto some of our like stir fries, maybe a little sriracha. I'll do a little bit of like an Amy's organic ketchup when we're doing baked French fries. What else? But that's really about it. Maybe like thyme and rosemary and paprika and different things like that when we're making our pasta sauces. Sure, then we'll spice to the chili, but we'll use cayenne flakes. We don't use a chili rub. We make our own from raw, organic, real ingredients. We'll use real jalapeno peppers when we want to spice it up. We don't get a hot sprinkle sauce. So like, yeah. So I mean, I think that answers the question. But it's less is always more. Less is always more. A little bit of salt, yeah, a little bit of sea salt, especially when I'm training hard. Because I'm also thinking that when I'm consuming salt, I'm replacing sodium that was lost through perspiration, through muscular contraction. So I'm kind of replacing every 2 to 4 hours, right? We eat based upon activity. Are we repairing, replenishing what we just expended, or are we pre-fueling for what we're about to do next? Mike Sullivan, how is it possible to lose strength a bit over an extremely short period of time? Is it possible to lose strength from overeating? It is. Frame of mind matters. Hydration level matters. Rest levels matter. It all matters. And someday you just have a shit day. Maybe your central nervous system was a little buzzing too much. Maybe you're up for a promotion and you don't know if you got it yet. Maybe you think you're about to get dumped for being a dill hole by your chick. All of that matters. All of that matters. But when you pull back over, 1 week, 3 weeks, 3 months, you can really start to aggregate data and performance results. Ha, boner, Lisa says. I have boner. I know. I thought it was funny. I figured because I was like, all right, just do something clickbait. We never do clickbait bullshit. We thought it'd be fun. It's not even clickbait. It was meant as a joke, actually. And I think it worked out well. Adam says, for boxing, how many days should I work explosive power weight training as opposed to trying to break PRs and strength build? Does the approach change as far as reps and load? How do I balance? Damn, bro, that's 1,500 hours right there, man. You want to hire me? I'll break this shit down for you, or I'll give it for free right now because that's what I do. Fine, I'll turn the meter off. So how many days should I work explosive power for boxing as opposed to trying to break PRs? If you're a boxer, PRs don't really matter. PR is just a snapshot of your strength level in many ways, especially as we get closer to like 1 rep maxes, 1 RMs. 3 rep maxes matter a little bit more, but what we do with our combat athletes, we look for technical PRs. We don't look for gross PRs. I don't care what you can squat with shit form grimy as hell. I care what can you squat for 3 reps perfectly executed with proper velocity, proper bar speed. So we will look to set maxes and improve those metrics, but they're not the same metrics a power lifter would be using. They're much more technical, pointed training tools, right? So that's what we're always trying to increase strength and force production. We're always trying to increase substrate usage, energy supply. We're always trying to improve every area. So how often, though, is the question. Depending on the rest of your training, I'd say once every 3 days, maybe once every 5 days, if you're really kind of once every 3 days if you're off season, and then once every 5 days when you get in season, because all the other skill set training becomes more intense. So you start to pull off a little bit, and then it's like 1 touch every 5 days. And even that touch every 5 days, that'll start to be periodized to kind of peak you, deload you into performance at the end. And whether you're fighting, once a month or 3 times a year or once a year, however it is, or on the Olympic, because we have athletes on the Olympic cycle, the world cycle, right? So it's every 2 to 4 years, every 2 years maybe, and then 4 years they're looking for that hard peak. MMA dude, I thought about your advice on Instagram yesterday, requested my 3 weeks to shredded to be reset. Awesome. Going to get this weight down. some more before trying to go too hard. Right on, man. I appreciate that. So reset in 3 weeks to shred it inside our online program. That is awesome. Good for you. Keep it up. And oh, F you too. Gene James says, do you take creatine? Not right now, but I will soon, actually. I could have started in what month, whatever month we're in now. The beginning of this month. I was thinking about starting because I like to start on like 1s and 15s. Kind of, it's just easier for me to track in my lifestyle. But I didn't really find, and today's the 15th, not that I'm waiting hard on those days, but I'm still making gains. That's really what it is. I'm still making gains. I'm still getting stronger. My endurance is going up. I'm still getting leaner. I still feel great. I don't see any need to change. And this is something that's important. This is another chapter here in this live chat. There's no need for me to take any creatine or anything else right now or make any changes because I'm already making gains, making progress. So I want to keep everything we do is scalable. I want scalable results 52 weeks out of the year. Of course, 52 weeks out of the year, I'm looking to scale my results all the way through. And creatine is something that we like to throw in for the 3 weeks, 6 weeks or so before some sort of A-type training phase, peaking out for something in particular. Me, I don't have anything in particular other than achieving a personal physical best going into summer physically. I just want this. I have this vision in my mind of how I want to physically look a little more on the aesthetic side, but also the ability to perform a wide multitude of training. I'm performing, and I'll talk about it later, a system of benchmark training patterns and movements and lifts and such to become very well balanced, and it's really enjoyable. So that's kind of how I'm gauging my progress because I'm also reducing weight. I'm recompositioning. I'm actually using the 12-week program at thedolcediet.com. I'm repeating the 3 weeks to shredded right now. I'm on round 2 of 3 weeks to shredded. And then when I hit summer, I'll slingshot into the 8 weeks of the Living Lean program and then try and grow into the newly reduced, tighter skin. So I should actually end summer bigger and proportionately leaner than when I start, which will be interesting. So I'm running like 3 different experiments right now. But anyway, so that's my creatine answer. Did I watch UFC? No, I have not. I haven't watched any of the new shows, new events. What else do we have? Brian says, was listening to Rogan, and he's a big supporter of the low carb keto diet and swears by the carnivore diet. Why do you think he made the shift? Are there carbs to avoid? I don't know. I don't understand. If I didn't hear Joe say it, but I know it's not effective. I mean, I know it's not as effective as an omnivoric meal plan. Now is what's low carb though, and it could be relative. Joe's a smart guy. So I don't think Joe's eating, 50 grams of carbs per day every day for sure. Because he's a glycolytic athlete, he's swinging kettlebells and doing all the other higher intensity shit that does need glucose, especially when you perform optimally and hit optimal levels. So having intelligent intake of high quality carbohydrates that are both micronutrient dense and phytonutrient dense allows for a much more healthful meal plan at a lower total caloric floor. And that's really what it's about. That's when you really want to perform at optimal levels. You want to preserve lean muscle tissue, reduce non-functional body mass, be fully fed, have all the proper raw materials for cellular replication, continuous, never-ending cellular replication. That's an omnivoric meal plan. So I don't know what a lot of I do know what a lot of the system does. It's just not what we do. We just talk about best practices. This is what works. This is what works. This is what works best. And I have all the data to show. I mean, you guys know all the data though. You know all the data. Was listening, answered that. Hey, Mike, should I eat differently after a sparring heavy bag workout compared to a HIIT workout? Can you share some quick guidelines? So should I eat differently after sparring heavy bag than after HIIT? No, No, you're fine. Just get all the vital food in that you should be getting in, right? That's really what it comes down to. We're looking to eat 4 to 6 times per day, relatively average meal size, 4 to 600 calories per meal. If you think about that, if you're eating 600 calories per meal 6 times per day, that's 3,600 calories. If you're eating 400 calories a day 4 times a day, that's only 1,600 calories. That's far too low for most of us, unless you're in the, the bantamweight, the straw weight, even that's too low for a featherweight. So I wouldn't be dropping below 1,600 for a 145 pounder. For sure, actually, for sure, male or female, that doesn't matter. So if you think about it, if you can simply stack your meals that way, 4, 5, 6 meals, 4, 5, 600 calories plugged in throughout your day, how easy is that? And then think about the foods are based upon your activity level. Are you laying around watching TV all day, sitting in the park holding your girl's hand? Or are you fucking in the dungeon getting tortured? You got 20 savages trying to fucking tear your limbs off twice a day. All right. Different meal intake. You're going to need more food, more raw materials, more repair, more regeneration is going on, more pre-fueling for the next session is necessary. So it's really easy in my mind to just strategically say 4, 5, 6 meals, 4, 5, 600 calories. And then those meals should be about the same size, about the same interval throughout the day. Build up some structure in your life, get some predictability. Like, let's start to anticipate outcome. How easy is that? Then we can identify any little glitch, any little buzz, any little pain in the system. We can point it out immediately, fix it up or down, replace it, pull it completely and keep on moving forward. So it becomes really easy. I don't care. We work with CrossFitters. We work with yoga, super yoga genies. To be fun, we work with high level power lifters, bodybuilders, mixed martial arts, combat athletes, NFL, rugby, everybody, and it's all the same system. It's all the same system. Just that it's your skill set changes a little bit, the demand changes a little bit, but the overall wiring is identical because you're a human. I say all the time, my grandmother, 89-year-old Rhoda, her grocery list was the exact same as Rhonda's when Rhonda was getting ready for a 5-round world title fight. Think about that. 29-year-old Rhonda, 89-year-old Rhoda, exact same grocery list. Now, Rhonda ate a little more often when she ate bigger meals for sure because she trained differently. Rhonda's in the pool at 5 a.m. doing hard fucking sprints, nonstop sprints, 45 minutes an hour nonstop in the pool. Rhoda is doing grandma water aerobics with the little needle inside the pool in her frilly little bathing suit, right? That's the difference. That's the way it goes. But it's the same grocery list and very similar principles and very similar 4, 5, 6 meals a day, depending on activity, depending on hunger. And then the size of the meal is about the same. How easy is that? Predictable. Think about digestion. Predictable digestive process, very efficient digestion, elimination, absorption. Very simple, very easy. Again, very predictable. Then we can start to plan where we will be. We can start to curate the progress that we want. Do we need to lose 1 more pound, gain 1 more pound, run 1 more sprint, lift 1 more rep? That becomes very easy at the end. But most people don't have the discipline to just build a structure that you're in charge of. I'm not the boss of you. Boris, you got it. I'm going to answer a couple more here, then pop on out. Bang, bang. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up, everybody. Give these videos a thumbs up for all this amazing, life-changing content. I've given away like $12,000 worth of free advice already so far, but that's okay. I shut the meter off quite a while ago. Charlie Harper, why do you ramp up vitamin C during a weight cut? Typically because stress levels go up, typically because body weight comes down, typically because there's a lot of wear and tear, there's a lot of stress, the possibility of infection, of illness goes up. Also because vitamin C is a natural diuretic, which helps the body reduce water, not to a massive degree, but to a discernible degree. So vitamin C during times of stress works rather well from an immunity perspective, from a collagen production perspective, and also from a mild diuretic perspective. Charlie says, what's the deal with chocolate-free metabolite? We stopped that a while ago. So what we suggest now is a 73% or greater dark chocolate, organic dark chocolate. Works perfectly, a 1-inch square. Brian, do you think Tony Ferguson's weight cut was a result of his poor performance? I can't say that for sure. We don't really see Tony perform poorly, and Tony was getting punched and kicked in the face by Justin Gaethje. I think Justin Gaethje punching and kicking Tony in the face was much more responsible for Tony losing the fight. I can't say it was the weight cut issue, not knowing his weight cut for sure, but Tony didn't look bad in there. He just got hit by a fucking hammer. Charlie says, why do you use the black microphone on some podcasts or no microphone on the other? I use it all the time. It just might be placed differently. So we have a studio here. The studio changes from time to time. It just might be placed outside of camera. And I just don't want to turn the bolts to get it because it's working well. But usually I prefer this setup. I don't like, because then you got to watch where you stand up sometimes and all the other stuff. Not a nerd question. Good question. MMA dude, the taste factor is so real. I used to not be able to stand berry syrup, and now I love it. Mrs. Butterworth disgusts me, right? Mrs. Butterworth, all that stuff tastes like plastic to me. That's gross. GG says, yeah, you Dolce, tell us your must-3 supplements for fat loss. Well, there is no must-3 for fat loss. Definitely not. For fat loss, I'm going to say green tea, fresh brewed green tea, black coffee, and water will be my 3 go-to exogenous chemicals. Yeah, those are the ones I would pick. I would pick those over any thermogenic, any stimulant, any of the other, kind of fat loss products out there for sure. Green tea, black coffee, and water. If you don't do anything else, you increase those. And again, only drink caffeine if your doctor allows you to. I'm not telling you to do so. But me personally, green tea, black coffee have an amazing synergistic effect, especially when you have 3 cups of green tea per day, 2 cups of coffee sandwiched in between, maybe a third if you're a crazy man like me. That works really well. That works really well. And I haven't even kicked that in yet. That it reminds me of the old school ECA stack back from the 90s or so, the ephedrine, the caffeine, and the aspirin. Now the ephedrine is illegal now. You'll see like Dexatrin or whatever, some sort of sinus products are behind the counter because I think it might be an amphetamine. Nasty, nasty stuff. I wouldn't suggest it ever, but this was a popular weight cutting stack more for bodybuilders in like the 90s, late 80s, early 90s through the mid 90s or so. Then it started getting people dying, hearts blowing up and whatnot. But it's not unrelated from a clenbuterol, which clenbuterol obviously is very dangerous but very effective. And this ephedrine had a similar impact that worked synergistically with caffeine and aspirin. So that's, of course, the bodybuilding bros. They know what's up. Zach C, how the F do you get sweet potato fries crispy? Mother effers come out soggy every time. We roll ours in coconut oil. So we take the time. We roll ours in coconut oil. We'll put, we got like this big ass mixing bowl at home. We'll take some of the fries and we'll kind of like put them in the bowl. We'll dribble a little coconut oil on and like kind of massage them in, put them onto the cooking pan, put some more in. So we kind of go through small little groups of, I don't know, just a few fries each at a time, get them all nice and crispy, and then cook them through. It works great for us every time, man. There's also, we do work with a company called Brava. You might want to check the Brava home oven, which actually works very well to crisp things, better than an air fryer, kind of much, much more to do. So check out a Brava. It's a little pricey, but it's awesome. We have one. I love it. Johnny says, what's crapkin', Mike? I'm inspired by the punching bag speed bag work. How does a bag workout flow? Can you teach us how to throw a proper punch? Man, go to Dwayne Ludwig's page, Bang Muay Thai. Bang Muay Thai is all you need. Go to Bang Muay Thai, Dwayne Bang Ludwig. Go to his Instagram page. So much free content there. Go to bangmuaythai.com, Ludwig Martial Arts. Go check that out. That's what Dwayne does. He's a master. So I learned all my striking from Dwayne Bang Ludwig. Paul says, who are you currently working with? We've been doing a lot of private work. So we work with influential people that don't compete in the sports sphere. And we work with them on a more discreet level. We typically work with their production houses and as a part of larger projects. So we have responsibilities to help people look a certain way and perform a certain way. And that's a great part of what we do that takes up a good amount of my time. Of course, we have Mirsad Bektik in the UFC. He's a full-time career athlete. Those of you may or may not know that what we did with my career is as my athletes would retire, I would retire that spot. So we were working with, never did we work more with more than 5 full-time athletes per year. And it would go in time as we stopped working with one athlete, then a new athlete would step into that full-time career role. And then when he hit a point in 2014, when we decided to have our first daughter, that I need to start moving away, stepping away from that type of time commitment and travel. So as our athletes would retire out, we wouldn't replace that spot. So from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2. And Mirsad is the last one of that original group. I've worked with Mirsad for 6 years, 8 years now, since before that 214 mark, because he was, on the up and coming at that point. So, but lots of other athletes and lots of other sports for sure. It's a different relationship, which is very nice. And then we have a massive public business. I mean, we're working with so many of you guys, regular folks like us, right? I'm not fighting in the UFC or playing the NBA finals anytime soon. But I still got goals. I still want to look better, feel better, live longer, be healthier, be more ripped and functional and all that stuff. So that's our audience. That's really who we devote most of our time to, which is great folks just like you guys. That's why we have our online platform. That's why we have our certification events. That's why we have all this free content. That's why our dietitians work with people every single day, all day long, every day, helping tighten them in. So that's just a little bit of what we do. Can you spec out a good home treadmill? I don't know. I forget the name of them now. I don't have one. I have a Precor elliptical machine. We have a Peloton. I have an assault bike. And I got my feet. I got, regular bikes, road bikes and cruisers, beach sand. So I don't have, I never really, they're all about the same, some are a little better, some a little worse. I complain about them, all of them. You want to go high grade gym commercial equipment. I think Life Fitness Pro Form have good ones. Woodway has good ones if you want to spend that. I almost bought a couple Woodways a while back. Glad I didn't though. So there you go. Zach C, you have to watch the Anthony Smith Glover fight. Effing insane that the corner didn't throw the towel. Smith was handing his teeth to the ref during the fight. That's sad. I hate to see that, man. What's funny? I'm going to say something controversial. Back when Anthony Smith fought John Jones, and John Jones illegally struck Anthony Smith. Was it a knee on the ground? Something like that. I think it was a knee on the ground. Illegal strike. Anthony Smith could have said, I can't compete, and would have won the UFC world title on that foul. Anthony Smith would have been the UFC world champion. Anthony Smith's next paycheck would have been pay-per-view money. His next check would have likely had been 10 times what his average check would have been. I was one of the few people that said Anthony Smith should have taken that win, should have taken it that way. He got struck illegally. There was a deleterious effect, whether it's a 1% reduction or a 99% reduction in his ability to perform or come back and increase performance, right? There was some sort of negative effect. Anyway, he moves on, he takes the loss, and he falls into what now could be journeyman status. And I don't say that because I like Anthony Smith. I think he's a good fighter, but he has his opportunity to strategically increase his payday for his family, right? That's the most important thing. He says it all the time. Great father. He could have dramatically increased his payday, had the UFC world title, all the spoils that come with that. And then who knows what would happen? Who knows what would happen when you actually are the champ? People call you champ. They treat you like champ. You start thinking like a champ. You get a taste of the money. You can afford more opportunity, more training, more systems, more benefits, right? Come with that. Who knows? He could have. There's a gentleman, Tom Smario. Tom Smario used to work with Marvin Hagler as a cutman. I knew Tom Smario during the early 2000s to the two teens or so as a friend, as a cutman, as a coach, a boxing coach, cutman, all that great stuff. But really, as a friend, Tom was in his later 60s at this point, and he said, we were talking about just different athletes, and he said, listen, he's like, I'm gonna tell you something. The belt will add 30% to a fighter's ability. Having that belt around their waist will allow them the confidence to unlock this 30% potential that they have and just never believed in. It's funny because Goggins talks about that 40% rule, right? So maybe not dissimilar. And my point is with Anthony Smith, if he took the win against John Jones on that illegal strike, if he had that belt around his waist and he brought it home and he showed it to his little kids, and his little girls just looked at it and held it and looked at daddy, and he would have so much more vigor in him, right? I mean, this is real talk, right? So when I said, man, he should have taken it, boy, all the trolls come out and try and bag us and got mad at us. It's a matter of honor. It's a matter of honor. No, he is more than his honor is not questioned. His honor is bringing that 10x paycheck back home instead of getting, $100,000, $150,000 a fight, walking away with 1.5 easy, probably closer to 3 or more, depending. I don't know who manages them, but that cash is out there. And now he goes out and he takes a loss to Glover, who's a great fighter, but that takes Anthony Smith now, instead of being one fight away from the title, now he's 2, 3, 4, 5 fights away from savages. You get your chance. Most athletes, they get one sniff at the title in the whole career. If they're lucky, the greatest only get one sniff at a title, one opportunity, regardless of how that goes. Few athletes will get that sniff twice, right? So I kind of went a little long on that, but I think it matters. And I'm a fan of Anthony Smith and his team. What else? Like, got any tips for strength and conditioning program for a jits athlete? Strength and conditioning. Yeah, I'd be hitting weights every 3 days or so. I'd be training some explosive movements. I'd be training lots of isometric holds, lots of chin-ups, all sorts of grip chin-ups, lots of push-ups, lots of bent over rows, dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, sandbags, elastic bands, med balls, lots of rowing, lots of pushing, dips, lots of dips, weighted push-ups, of course, lots of weighted work, some barbell work, but more dumbbell and kettlebell than barbell, most likely. Barbell military overhead. Yeah, I love that exercise. I go higher reps for you, perfect form, tight core. But lots of body motion. I really be changing your plane quite a bit. Billy says, Mike, I'm 5'9", 210, have no access to the gym at the moment, but I do have a pull-up bar and want to cut to 170. Plan on doing this with the calisthenics and cardio, around 1,800 calories. Billy, I would go on our 3 weeks to shredded program. I would go to thedolcediet.com. I'd click the 4-week, 3 weeks to shredded program. I would use my 30% shredded discount if you use it today, and I would fucking crush it. 1,800 calories, you weigh 175. That's too few calories, bro. Where do you go from there? Where do you scale from there? So 1,800 calories is like exactly what you will burn by sleeping and never waking up. That's your BMR, about 1,800. If you look at the Harris-Benedict equation, you'll probably be close to 1,800. That's your BMR. That's how many calories you burn completely at rest. Now you're going to be doing all sorts of this training on top of it, burning another 5, 6, 700,000 calories or more per day. Too far. You're in a deficit. Your body's going to crash soon, quick and soon. 3, 4, 5 days, feel like shit within a week. Weight loss stops within a week. You get skinny fat syndrome. You might get hurt. You might get sick. You start breaking down lean muscle tissue, storing, maybe even building body fat, more prone to binge, to purge, start being kind of a little, prickly ass around your friends and family for no reason because you're in a bad mood. That's what happens, right? I just explained what nearly every one of you go through all the freaking time. So, brother, I wouldn't do that, man. I would go to thedolcediet.com. I'd start the 4-week or 12-week, 3 weeks to shredded program, 3 weeks to shredded plus living lean. Promo code shredded, save 30%, and fucking eat the best possible food on the planet. Look and feel your fucking best. Jump out of bed with energy every day. Build muscle, crush fucking goals in the gym. Look down where you're getting just leaner and fucking tighter. You feel good. Your skin glows, your eyes brighten, your hairs get thick, your fingernails start growing at a faster rate because now you're eating the real food, the best food that's perfectly calibrated for you. That's what we do. That's what thedolcediet.com is, and it's perfect for you, Billy. Rob, what's up, my brother? Don't eat foods that won't rot. I like that, my brother. Hope all is well, my friend. I'm crushing it as always. Rob Dalzell has the greatest home gym in the world. The Steve Wynn actually pays Rob Dalzell to use his gym, right? That's how good the Dalzell gym is. Figs talks fight. What's up, FU, Mr. Brock? How much difference does organic food matter versus non-organic? Organic is everything. What do you mean? How much difference, if at all? A tremendous difference. Organic everything. Organic everything. Everything. Charlie Harper, you are the man, Dolce. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate you. I appreciate you. Jesse Lee, first pro fight coming up by the end of the year. BMT and Dolce Diet fueled athlete coming in to take over my regional circuit, then to bigger promotions. I love it, man. Right on. Oh, good for you. Brian, having trouble getting motivated to paint my kitchen ceiling. Can you yell at me? Why are you painting your kitchen ceiling, man? Just look at the floor, bro. What are you talking about? Paint the ceiling? Why would you paint the ceiling? Who cares about the ceiling, man? Just look at the fucking floor. No, I'm just kidding. Get your shit done, man. Paint the ceiling, bro. Did you tape everything off? Did you go out back and smoke a joint first? Did you go back outside? Did you go outside and smoke a joint first? I don't know if it's legal where you are, but I mean, don't do it if it's not legal, of course. But did you do that yet? That is a motivator for many people. Present company, who knows? Did you tape off? Did you put tarps down? Are you going to create a mess? Are you going to create more work by not doing the simple, easy work? Make sure all your shit's done. Turn up your Pink Floyd. Get your music fucking cranking. Whatever that might be. Have some fun. Enjoy the process. Get into the flow, my man. What a beautiful thing. I might go home and paint my ceiling. Michael Stevens, UK loves you, man. I love you guys. I love the UK. Awesome. I can't wait to get back there. Charlie Harper, why do you like hemp seeds versus something like flax seeds? We like them all. We consume them all. Rob says, great information, Mike. Rob, I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot. Jesse, I want one of those fighter spots with you. I'm going to fight my ass off to drag you back to the forefront. All right, brother, man, make me a deal. Wayne says, hey, Mike, have you heard the term COVID stone? Weight people have put on since the COVID crisis, also BMI. What's that all about? Yeah, COVID stone. Is that the COVID-15 is what I keep hearing about? People putting on like 15, 20 pounds during the COVID crisis. Shame on them because I've lost 10 pounds. Boom. I've lost 10 pounds and I don't even have the weight to lose, motherfuckers. I got the same 24 hours in my day as everybody else does. I got 2 kids at home, 5 years old and 3 years old. I have 3 businesses to run, happily married for 20 years, which takes work, time, and energy to keep that going, right? I got a property to maintain and gardening, and we got to, build a new shed and all sorts. I got to lay down mulch and all the other stuff that goes on with being an adult. Right. So I got all that shit too. I'm down 10 pounds. What? You're not busier than me. I guarantee that. Maybe you're busy. I get it. I'm fucking busy too. I just get shit done because I prioritize. That's what it's about. So Wayne, that's my fun, entertaining answer to your question. Mr. Talk Tail says, love the info. Any advice for some morning stretches to warm up for the day? There's lots of great YouTube information out there. Actually, you know what you can consider doing? Go to ufcgym.com. ufcgym.com is hosting the UFC Fit workout plan completely for free on their site. Go to ufcfit.com, click on home workouts or UFC Fit, ufcgym.com, click on home workouts, bang, there's the Fit program, and look at the Stretch Flex program. The Stretch Flex program is a stretching based program. Now, just look at it, see if it makes sense for you. But I actually created one of those. Forgot about that. Black Six says, was Dwayne Ludwig the fighter who you were talking about? No, Dwayne's one of my best friends. Dwayne is an amazing human being. Dwayne is the person we all should aspire to be. Dwayne is amazing. Dwayne is the guy that would pay up front. Dwayne would pay first and then give a bonus at the end, regardless of the outcome. That's Dwayne Ludwig. Mike D says, F you, Dolce, F you, Mike. All right, guys and gals, I appreciate you being here. 50 minutes live Q&A chat. Remember, the beginning of this, how to boost testosterone naturally and legally, that's in the beginning of this. Watch that. That's great content the first 5 minutes or so. Those of you who came on late in the stream, I appreciate you. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet. Bang! Give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know you're there. It lets me know you care. I appreciate you. And the DolceDiet.com's 4-week or 12-week online personalized programs. My 30% discount to you is shredded if you want to use it. Those of you who want it, it's there at a discount for you. Luke B says, what's up, Mike? Did you do any stock trading or did you stick with the S&P 500 index fund? Ooh, you want to talk stocks for a minute? Ooh, you want to talk stocks for a minute? Before I got off this live stream? Yeah, I've been trading. Holy shit. I've been trading very happily, very intelligently. Now, I always buy the S&P 500. I always drip invest into the S&P 500, right? That's just what we do. That's what we always do. That's what we'll keep doing. When it was at 310, we bought shares. When it was down at like 180 or whatever, we bought shares. We'd be buying shares the whole fucking time. We're buying shares of S&P 500 forever. That's money that I'll never touch, right? That's the goal of it. That's the hope of it. It'll just always be there growing forever. I bought Tesla down in the 180s and down in the low 2s and bought a lot of Tesla when it made sense to buy Tesla. And now look at where Tesla is, and Tesla keeps on going. Look at what Tesla's done since the mini crash of March. Look at what Tesla's done since then. I bought oil. I bought travel. I bought cruises. I bought airlines. I bought REITs. I bought real estate funds. I bought a lot of things I wouldn't normally buy simply because I understand where they will be 5 years from now. Nothing did I buy. I know I bought Disney. I bought Lulu. Lululemon actually was a good one. What else? Just a little sprinkle into some gold funds, but I'm not a fan of gold and silver. Just doesn't do it for me. I think the S&P does a better job long term. Anyway, so yeah, I did. So I enjoy talking about that stuff. If you want to hear any more about it, and the goal. So everything I bought, I have no desire to sell any of it for 5 years. Maybe Tesla. Like I was like, oh, should I sell Tesla? Should I sell Tesla? Make four times profit almost on Tesla right now, right? Fucking crazy. Should I sell that? Maybe, but maybe. I mean, will it go up to 12? Probably. Will it hit Amazon numbers? Yeah, I could see that. I could see it happening. I could see it hitting 1,800 or more. But do you sell Tesla now at 800 or so? Wait till it drops back down to 2 or 4, because most likely it will again, and then run back up. I'm assuming it probably will again to 800, 900, maybe break 1,000. So that's, who knows? But I mean, that's just speculative, and I don't suggest anybody do that. I don't suggest anybody do anything that I ever say. That would be ridiculous. But I do like to talk about it since you asked. So Luke B, bang. What about you, Luke? Did you do any? Laughing. You are killing it, Mike. Dolce, big inspiration for people like me to get after it. Nicholas, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. I'm just here doing my shit, sharing it with you guys. Luke B says, thanks. You got an Al Bundy busted. What? You tanked in the stock market? Tanked in the stock market? No, you obviously didn't just listen, man. We're crushing. We're way up this year. Compared. Certain stocks are down, but if you know which ones to jump into, you know which direction they'd be going. But conservatively, of course, conservatively. No major lifestyle. Here's something important, maybe before I jump off. No major lifestyle change should happen as a result of your stock investments, which means if the stocks, all your stocks go to zero, your day tomorrow shouldn't change. Your mortgage shouldn't change. Your kids' education shouldn't change. What you eat for dinner shouldn't change. The only money you put in stock market that's in a non-retirement fund should be money that you can just lose. I call it dinner money, that you can just take your lady out to dinner with. Doesn't really matter per se. It's not going to change our world. That's the money you should invest with. And as that money grows, you realize that now you have some skill. Then the money that grows, then you can start playing with that more, because it's all that new unnecessary money, if you will. That's just my personal strategy. But guys and gals, once again, I appreciate you all for being here. We'll end with stocks. I love that. Until next time, boom.